So we're going to do a little bit of yen. This will be my third time taping this because I've had one of those days. So hopefully everything runs smoothly this time. Scoot back on your mat. We're going to start in seated meditation. Know that you can sit however is comfortable in your body. So if you need to sit with your legs extended out in seated meditation, you're more than welcome to. Think about your spine being straight. Maybe your chin tucks down a bit, and your hands can go anywhere again that works for your body. Your eyes may gently drift shut, or you may soften your gaze on a single spot. And just settle in. Notice whatever runs through your head, whatever sensations rise up to the surface. Allow your attention to be pulled towards your breathing. Focus on your upper lip or the outer rim of your nostrils. This is a place where you're going to feel the texture and temperature of your breath as you inhale in and exhale out. It gives you something with a little bit more substance for your mind to hold on to so that it doesn't drift quite as much. Slowly begin to bring the soles of your feet together. Know that your diamonds can be super narrow with the heels moving in closer to the groin, or that's going to hit more in the groin area, the inner thighs. You can go wider, drawing the feet away from you, and then generally you're going to feel more of a sensation around the backside of your lower back and into your hips as you forward fold. So make that decision on where your body feels like it needs the most love. And then on an exhale, just lower down. We'll take that first minute or two to settle in. Maybe you have to shift your feet around or your head around until you find the right angle. And then let gravity settle you in and take you deeper. That technique of focusing on your upper lip and the outer rim of your nostrils as you breathe, it's going to be the same thing you use here to keep your mind from drifting. Just compassionately always come back to your breath. That is the nature of your practice. Inhaling, slowly begin to walk your hands back. Stack your vertebrae one at a time. When you raise, all the way up to center. You can either extend the legs out straight or maybe bend the knees and bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Just something a little bit more neutral. Take a breath or two and notice how your body finds its own center, its own equanimity without any help from you. And then if you feel like you would like some sort of counter to that, hands back behind you, opening through your chest, rotation through your neck, then feel free to offer that out to yourself, but make it a choice instead of a reaction. That's why we give it a bit of space in between the two. When you're ready, in your own way, mindfully roll down onto your back. Take a breath or two here, just feeling the way your back presses into the mat. And then gently we're going to roll over onto our bellies, and it doesn't have to look pretty as long as you get there. Moving into a Sphinx pose, you're going to draw the elbows underneath you. It's a 90-degree angle if you find that there's a lot of compression in your lower back. You can do a couple of different things. There's widening the feet. That should help relieve some of it. You can walk the points of your hips back. That releases a little compression as well. You can also take this very right angle through the elbow and make it more obtuse, so a wide angle. That'll take the pressure off. If you're feeling like you need more opening to the front side of your body, more compression through your back, then the feet do the opposite thing, move closer together. And you can press the palms into the mat and lift up through your chest, maybe shrug your shoulders a bit. Head's gonna do whatever it needs to. Whether it be tilt down or stay forward. And just breathe into the sensation of stretching the front side of your body. Breathe into the pressure of your vertebrae compressing together in your lumbar spine. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling gently lower down onto your belly. You can stack your forearms and place your forehead there or rest one cheek down on the mat. Take a deep full breath into your belly so that you can feel the way your belly pushes into the floor and the lower back expands. And as you empty and exhale, the navel moves towards the spine naturally, allowing the lower back to sink. And once you felt that exaggerated breath, give yourself a chance to feel the breath move naturally. That same inflation and deflation happening in the lower back on a more subtle scale. Palms come underneath your shoulders, press into the mat, inhale up onto your hands and knees. Now you can take a few cat-cows here, navel dropping, head lifting, and rounding through your back. If you need that, you could drape the hips back into a child's pose, or you could take nothing at all. We're going to move into our pigeon pose on the left side. So go ahead and just draw the left knee towards your left wrist. Curl the right toes under, lift your right knee up so that you can lengthen your right leg back behind you. Inhaling, open up through your heart and your chest, and exhale, forward fold down. Now, if it's not comfortable here, you're just looking for sensation in the outside of your left hip. And if that's not where you're feeling it, if you're feeling it more centered in the knee and it's causing discomfort, know that you can sit directly onto the left hip. You may need to bend the right knee a bit. Sometimes that helps. You can stay on the palms of your hands. You don't have to come down onto your elbows, and you can always roll over onto your back, taking your left ankle onto your right knee and threading the arms underneath your right hamstring to give yourself a little tug. It'll be a little bit more yangy on your back, but you'll still get the same sensation to the hip, which is the focus of the posture. If you're in a more traditional pigeon, whether you're seated on the hip or not, you're going to let gravity take you deeper. Just stay directed toward your natural breath. This is the closest you will come to meditation without seated meditation. To allow your focus to continually be drawn inward. Inhaling, mindfully begin to walk your hands back up towards your body. We're going to go back into that neutral position we were before. So pressing into the palms of your hands, coming up onto your right knee, and then letting your left knee come back to meet it. Again, child's pose is available, down dogs and cat cows if you needed that little bit of movement. In your own time, within your body, your own space, we're going to move to the opposite side. So if you need an extra 30 seconds of movement, take that. Right side comes next. Treat both sides as two separate postures, meaning that what you may have done on the opposite side may or may not work on this side, and that's okay. Inhaling, lift up through your heart, and then exhale, fold forward. Making whatever adjustments are needed in those first few seconds so that you can really settle in. Lean into gravity. Lean into your heartbeat and the rhythm of your breath. Anytime you feel your mind drift away, wander away from your breathing, compassionately bring it back. No judgment, just love. And then slowly begin to come up onto the palms of your hands. Open up to your heart, and then this time, shift onto your right hip, turning towards the long side of your mat. Maybe the left toe is turned out. Right foot moving into the inside of your left thigh. On your exhale, we're going to start to tilt our body so that your left shoulder is moving towards your left leg. Your left hand can brace itself down on the floor. You can bring the left elbow down. You're looking for a side stretch sensation down the right side. If it's too intense, if it doesn't feel good, if you're finding that you're bracing a lot for the shoulder and your preference would be to tilt, crossing the right arm over to the outside of your left foot, letting your belly move down towards the thigh, please feel free to take that version instead. And if there's a lot of compression in your right knee, because that's the one we were in pigeon pose on, and you would like to extend it out into more of a wide angle as we do these side stretches, go for it. Focus in on your breath. You can extend the arm up and over your head, elbows slightly bent, or you can always take the hands back behind you. This, again, is a little bit too much. Looking for that Goldilocks sensation, so that bed that's neither too hard or too soft, food that's neither too hot or too cold. So somewhere just right in the middle for you. And then just breathe in and out of your nose. And then when we're press into the left hand, come up. Extend the opposite leg out. And then draw the left foot in. So the same thing on this side, belly to thigh or shoulder to knee. Hands can brace down on the floor, toes roll in whatever direction is natural for you. Upper arm extends over, comes behind. Pick your poison. Inhaling, try to draw the top shoulder up if you're moving through that side body rotation and lengthen. Inhaling, gently press into the right hand, slowly coming back up. On your exhale, lengthen the left leg out. Take a few breaths here, and if you wanted to rotate the feet in or out, you made the decision and the choice to open up through your back, any of those little things. And on your next exhale, you can walk the hands down, wide forward fold. Come down as far as you feel comfortable in your body. That means bracing yourself on your elbows or staying on the palms of your hands, or even keeping the hands back behind you and just tilting your body forward. Pick what's best for you. Make the adjustment. If it's to go wider through the legs, or maybe even to draw them a little bit further in. Continue to breathe. Let your head hang and just rest into it. If you're still feeling a lot of tension, you can always get something to sit on to elevate your sit bones up a bit, or even bring something directly underneath you in order to rest your chest off. Anytime you feel your mind start to wander away, bring it back. Try to avoid the stories that we like to tell ourselves in our heads when we're supposed to be focused on our breathing. And if you find that you have any places that you've unconsciously created tension, squeezing your eyes shut, clenching your jaw, curling your toes, let those places soften. If you hear any external noises that try to pull you out with this very internal practice, redirect back to that textured sensation of your breath. External distractions are a fact of life. Yoga studios are like the control in a science experiment. So let life happen. And build a practice that allows you to stay focused even when it does happen. Inhaling mindfully, slowly walk your hands back. Stack your vertebrae, sit tall. Gently using your hands if you need to. Take your right leg, draw it all the way over to meet the left. Bend your knees softly. Place your hands underneath your knees and gently rock down. As the feet start to naturally lift up, let them happen. Knees moving into your chest. We're going to move into a twist. So on your exhale, you can take your knees over to the right and extend your left arm out to the left. Now knees can come closer to or further away from your top hand. So make the decision of where you need to feel it. It's going to hit different places in your back. And you can even take it a step further by lengthening the top leg out if you wanted to feel a little bit more down the underside of your leg. If your left shoulder in this case is lifting up a little bit off the floor, that's totally fine, as long as you're not gripping or holding. You want to be soft. Head turns to look over the left shoulder in order to complete the twist through your cervical spine. And then you just rest in. If you wanted to, you could direct your attention to your breath and see if you can notice a difference in your breathing here. Generally, twisting keeps you from breathing as deep as you normally would, so you feel your breath more in your rib cage. And even within that statement, you tend to feel your breath more to the left side when you twist to the right, because the left side of your rib cage is more open. If you're bound, hand to foot, gently release. On an inhale, let your head come to center and your left knee come up first. The sole of your left foot being placed down onto the mat, and then gently allow the right foot to come up. Turn the heels out and the toes in, let the knees lean up against each other so that you have a natural place to pause. Let the equanimity roll back through your body. Notice any differences from right to left side, and feel the flat of your back push into the mat. Inhaling, draw your knees back into your chest. Exhaling, softly drape over to the left. It's the same thing on this side. Your right arm can lengthen out. Your knees can adjust, moving closer to or away from your body, and your top leg can extend out and be caught with the left hand. Make minor adjustments and then back into your breath. Inhale and slowly draw the head back to center. Bend and release the top leg. On that next inhale, slight engagement to the belly. Draw the right knee up first. Sole of the right foot comes down. Then the left knee up. Take a moment to press the entirety of your spine into the mat. And if you needed anything else before we move into Shavasana, feel free to take it. If you wanted just to hug the knees into your chest, maybe draw some gentle circles onto the ceiling. But on an exhale, let your legs lengthen out. Draw your palms up and settle into your resting posture. Now know that Shavasana doesn't have to be on your back. It's just traditionally held there. So if you wanted to lay on your belly or on your side, that's your choice. But regardless of what you choose, get comfortable and rest. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a moment to draw your hands over your heart and a deep breath into your heart rhythm. If you'd like to send out metta, loving kindness, gratitude, forgiveness. Inhaling, reach your arms up and over your head, big stretch to opposite walls, lengthen out. Exhaling, hands come back down. Slowly roll over to one side. And gently press your hands into the mat so you can come up into a seated position. Press the palms together over your heart and tuck your chin down into your chest. It is my honor to share in your practice and in your space. Thumbs up to the third eye. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. I know that this is part of like our yoga teacher training program. So if you have questions about that, contact me. And that's it. Have a good day.